Alright, hey guys, I didn't shave today because you can't tell the difference. Today is the second installment of my 4-part Christmas series. Today I'm gonna be reviewing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Whatever, everyone just calls it Christmas Vacation. I hope you guys enjoyed the last review. You know, I'm learning, I'm figuring things out. As you know, I grade out of 17 ducks because I'm unique and no one else grades by ducks, so they can't copy me. So I'll be grading the acting, the editing, the cinematography, the music, the special effects, and also the story. Of course, the story, it's the most important part. Let's get started. So the film opens up with the opening credits, and it's a beautifully animated Christmas wonder, and I just love it so much. It made me so happy. I was just watching them and I was entertained, and it was just the credits. So they're just driving down the road. I don't know if it's just me, but I 100% can relate to if someone starts trying to pass me and I feel like I'm going pretty fast. Heck, if I'm gonna let him pass. No, that's not gonna happen. No, I have road rage. The fact that he's like, look, kid's a deer, and he points out the window and he flips the guy off. That's gonna be me. Hey kids, look at alien. And they'd be like, what? And they'd look out the window. So this family is all for the whole, we need a real Christmas tree. And I know a lot of people are all about that, and that's super cool, and you do you and everything. The smell is great. It's not worth the trouble of paying $90 a year for a Christmas tree that's going to die and leave a mess in your house. It's just not worth it to me. Honestly, to me, it's like not enough to go out into the wilderness and freeze everything below my torso off just to get a tree. I don't care that my forefathers did this. My forefathers did it because they didn't have fake trees. And the fact that he forgot the axe, like how did they get the tree? What did they do? Pocket knife? Did you push it over? You got your tree onto your car and everything. How did you do it? But you know what? It was funny enough that I don't care. Note to self, if there's ever anything in the future that I want to do that makes no sense at all, just make it really funny and no one will even care. The wife and the husband are just like in bed and they're just talking. First off, it's a long take and I love that. He just starts sticking to everything. He can't get the magazine out of his hands. His wife's hair stuck to his hand. He also gets the lamp stuck to his hand. So subtle, but so perfect at the same time. I don't feel like you have to have edits all of the time. I just really liked that that whole bit was focused solely on the acting and the writing. So the next day he goes into work and he's talking to his buddy, and the higher up business people start coming through and they're in this like military lineup almost. And they're all walking in unison. It's so stupid but so perfect. So the business posse like stops in front of them to talk to them, and Mr. Shirley is talking to Chevy Chase. I noticed the voice from somewhere and I couldn't figure it out. He's the voice of the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob. I couldn't unhear the Flying Dutchman. From now on, he's not Mr. Shirley, he is the Flying Dutchman. Now we transition and he and his family are out at the mall like shopping for stuff, and of course he goes over to the jewelry. There's a really hot lady over there. What's wrong with that sales lady? Yeah, this underwear looks like it's not even there. Look, and she literally lifts her dress up. Girl, there are boundaries. Fire her on the spot. That was almost harassment. So we get back home and they're prepping for the whole family getting there. There's this really, really long shot of a slow push into the door as you can hear them babbling on the other side. The anticipation rises and you can already feel nervous and anxious and just all of these horrible feelings. That was just a perfect way to bring the audience into that feeling of, oh my god, all of these annoying family members I have are about to just explode on me. So all the family comes inside and there's a bunch of shots and they're all just like super close on everyone. I just really like also how that makes the audience feel that they're part of it, that they're in that group of people, and you simultaneously feel like intimate with everyone and also super uncomfortable. And like the minute that all of them get there, he's like, get the hell away from me. I'm gonna go outside in the cold and be by myself. So he goes outside to do the Christmas lights, which, good God, you waited till everyone got here to do the Christmas lights? So Dad's on the roof, he's putting Christmas lights up, and Son walks out. Dad, where do you want the reindeer? Go, just set him there, we'll take care of him later. Kid just does not care. Freaking throws him on the ground. One of the legs comes off the reindeer. You broke Rudolph's leg, kid. What's your problem? So he goes inside and he's like, everyone, I got the Christmas lights finished. Let's go outside and I can light it up and we can celebrate. Grandma's out there with a martini in her hand. That's gonna be me in the future. Why don't you just light those lights, son? Also, that moon in the background is really close. Is this like a Bruce Almighty situation or something? That moon is huge. I'm just worried about the rest of the Earth. Is there a giant tsunami heading towards them because the moon's too close to the Earth? Like, is everyone gonna die? Is that how this film ends? Those neighbors, every time I see them, I just want to punch them in the face. They're like very punchable people. They're wearing matching metallic silver tracksuits. Who does that? So they're trying to fix the Christmas lights again. Grandma flicks on the garage light and they just blare everywhere. They're just blindingly bright. And the perfect song is just blaring. Oh, come all ye faithful, like the most intense version of it. I do have to say, all of those plugins in the garage, that's a fire hazard asking to happen. Did people not know about it back then, or did people just not care? I'm honestly curious. Also, Chevy Chase's like fit of rage when he can't figure out why the lights keep turning on and then turning off. Too real. I think I've done that before. I'm pretty sure you guys probably have too. I pride myself on loving just about any and every dog or animal, really. I will pet anything. To this day, Snots is the only dog I will never pet. No thank you. Sorry, Snots. I love you. I'm not gonna pet you. And of course his brother Hank is wearing one of those stupid fake turtlenecks. They're called Dickies. Well, why don't you just wear the turtleneck? And he's wearing it under a white sweater so you can see that the Dickie is there. So the next day Chevy Chase goes back into the office and he walks into the Flying Dutchman's office to go give him his present, which by the way, all of those presents are the same shape and size. Did everyone get him the same present? And if so, what was it? And on his ridiculously big desk that he's compensating for something with, he has 4 different sized hourglasses. What do you need all of those hourglasses for? What's the point? Like, what are you doing with all of them? And now we've hit the iconic sledding scene of the movie that even if you haven't seen Christmas Vacation, you've seen this clip. He oils up his sled and then he shoots off like a rocket. There's literally flames. Even though it was dangerous, it still looked fun. Remember that, kids. Danger equals fun. Somehow he's completely fine and unscathed from any of that and doesn't even have burns from the hot metal sled he was sitting on. And then all the family just starts eating and no one's talking. Just a bunch of this. It was so unnerving and so uncomfortable. And then the fact that they didn't put any music there at all was like a perfect choice. It made it even more uncomfortable and more unbearable. Poor Chevy Chase. He got like a gym membership or something. Chevy Chase just spits off this huge, long string of insults. I don't know how he kept going, if he memorized all of them or if he was just making it up on the spot, because it's Chevy Chase. Maybe he did make it up on the spot, but that was just beautiful. And then in his anger, he has to go let off steam, so he goes and he just stands in the driveway revving a chainsaw with crazy eyes. I do that from time to time. I'm sure you do as well. You know things are about to get worse when anyone ever says, how could things get any worse? Chevy Chase's dad comes to talk to him and he's giving him this fatherly, wonderful, helpful talk. Chevy's like, Dad, how did you get through it all? I had a lot of help from Jack Daniels. That's like the best, most true line of the whole film. Jack Daniels can help you through all your problems. Alcoholism. Don't do it. So his brother goes to his boss's house and steals him like he asked him to and brings him to the house. What a good brother. That's really sweet of you to actually do something like that for your brother. Break the law. So the boss's wife calls the cops. My husband was just kidnapped. Go find him. And they break in and they're like, freeze everybody. If you look at everyone's faces and everyone's poses, they're beautiful, but my favorite one is Ellen. She's literally just like cupping Chevy Chase. She's cupping his balls. She shakes someone's hand and goes back to it. So at the end of the film, of course, there has to be one more explosion. Grandpa goes over and he's smoking over freaking toxic waste. Just explodes. And then the film ends with Grandma singing the Star-Spangled Banner as the plastic Santa and reindeer fly through the sky and across the moon. Just the best ending you could ever ask for. So that's the end of all my notes. So now we can get down to what you came here for. The actual ratings. So we start off with the acting. I'm gonna have to give the acting like a 15. Everyone was really good at comedy. A lot of it was realistic too. It wasn't just over dramatic. For the editing, I'm gonna have to give a 14. The majority of the time I didn't even notice it was there, which is a sign of good editing. But also, there were times where there wasn't any music intentionally, and that really added to the moment, which was really, really nice. And there were also really long takes. They decided not to use any other shots. They did some really good editing. For the cinematography, it was pretty basic. There were times that I thought that they did a really interesting job. So the cinematography, I'm gonna have to give a 14. The music was absolutely 100% completely campy. I really did enjoy that. I think it was all mostly Christmas music. So the music, I'm gonna have to give a 13. There were lots of explosions and fires, and they were all super ridiculous. They were not realistic at all, but that was the point. So I'm gonna have to give all of the special effects and visual effects, I'm gonna have to give them a 12. They were pretty decent. They did what they were supposed to do. And then the overall story, this wasn't your typical Christmas movie. I loved the realistic aspect of the family and how they all interacted. They may have been, you know, a little over exaggerated, but it was all a realistic family type situation. And I did really enjoy that he was a normal man and struggled with not liking your family even though you still love them. It hit home with a lot of things. And so overall, the story, I'm gonna have to give it a 16. It was really, really good. It's a Christmas movie, so I can't give it a 17. So if you total all of that up, this movie gets an 84 out of 102. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? My friend, you got a B. Congratulations. So to sum up the whole film, I'm gonna have to say, "Oh come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant." And that concludes this review. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, click the like button. And if you didn't like the video, click the like button anyways, because it makes me feel good and it makes wine feel good. Let me know what you guys think of the reviews in the comments below. Also, let me know what you want me to review in the future. I've got 2 more on the docket. We have A Christmas Story, and we also have A Muppet Christmas Carol, and those should be coming out just before Christmas. Fingers crossed. Don't forget to subscribe and have a good life today. I'm drinking wine and it's 1 o'clock. This is my life.